Howdy, folks. Guillaume Clouson's Tete here, broadcasting from the heart of Red Deer County, Alberta. 50 years kicking around this province, seen the oil booms, the busts, and a whole lot of nonsense from Ottawa. Today, I'm kicking off a 3-part series tearing into a video that's got me fired up. Failure or Success in the Time of Trump with Jim Balsillie on Jordan Peterson's podcast. Dropped March 17th, 2025, and here I am on March 20th, chewing it over. We're starting with the past. How Canada, and especially Alberta, landed in this economic ditch. Strap in. We've got a lot to cover. Let's start with Jim Balsillie. If you don't know him, he's the guy who co-founded BlackBerry, those chunky little phones we all had back in the early 2000s before iPhones made us look dated. Born in Seaforth, Ontario, 1961. Same year my old man was fixing tractors out here. Balsillie took a small outfit called Research in Motion and turned it into a $20 billion giant by the late 90s. Canada was a tech player then. I remember guys in the oil patch bragging about their Blackberries on the rig, but it crashed hard. By 2013, they were bleeding cash, laying off thousands. Balsillie stepped away, but he didn't quit thinking. He's since started stuff like the Council of Canadian Innovators and the Centre for International Governance Innovation. Point is, this guy's been in the trenches, made millions, lost plenty, and knows where Canada's gone off the rails. When he talks, I'm listening. Now, Balsillie's big point in this video is that Canada's been screwing itself for decades, way before Trump strutted back into the White House in 2025 with his tariff hammer. Out here in Alberta, we've felt every punch. He's mad about how we've handled our economy, and I can't blame him. Take BlackBerry's fall. It's not just a tech story, it's our story. We had a world beater, and we let it die. Why? Balsillie says Ottawa's been too busy playing nice with foreign companies, dishing out tax breaks, grants, you name it, while our own outfits get ignored. Look at the oil patch. We've got companies like Suncor and Cenovus innovating extraction tech, but half the time, some American or Chinese firm ends up with the patents. Intellectual property's a mess. Balsillie calls it a giveaway. It's like we're running a garage sale on our best ideas, and foreigners are driving off with the haul. Drill down further, and it gets worse. He brings up how we've let our IP slip through our fingers, stuff that could have kept us competitive. In Alberta, think about the agri-tech we've cooked up, seed genetics, irrigation gear. I know guys out near Innisfail who've built systems to double crop yields. But without strong laws, that tech gets snatched up by big multinationals. Balsillie's saying we've been naive, too trusting, too soft. Back in the 90s and 2000s, we could have locked that down, built a wall around our innovations. Instead, we handed it over and wondered why we're broke. It's personal out here. Every lost patent's a job that ain't coming to Red Deer County. Then there's the Keystone XL pipeline. Man, that one still stings. Balsillie throws it out as a textbook case of Canada shooting itself in the foot. Trudeau killed it in 2021, bowing to the green crowd, and what did we get? Nothing. That pipeline was set to pump 830,000 barrels a day from Hardisty, just a couple hours east of me, down to the Gulf Coast. Jobs. Thousands of them, welders, truckers, folks I know. Oil prices were climbing back then. We could have cashed in, kept Alberta's economy roaring. Instead, we're stuck shipping by rail. More expensive, less safe, and the U.S. just buys from somewhere else. Balsillie's like, this is what I mean. We've been our own worst enemy. I'd bet Danielle Smith would have fought tooth and nail to keep that alive. She gets what it means to us. Zoom out, and the picture's uglier. Productivity's been sliding since I was a kid. Back in the 80s, we were hustling oil, timber, manufacturing. But by the 2000s, we got lazy. Stats Canada says our GDP per worker's been flatlining compared to the U.S. for 20 years. We hitched our wagon to them. 75% of our exports go south, mostly oil and lumber from places like here. Never diversified, never built a fallback. Balsillie's point is, we walked into Trump's trade war blind, already wobbly, no muscle to push back. Pre-2025, our GDP growth was barely 1% some years, pathetic for a country with our resources. Alberta's been carrying the load and Ottawa's been cashing the checks without a thank you. Look, I'm center-right, always have been. Grew up on a farm, worked the rigs, paid my taxes. I back Danielle Smith because she's got Alberta's back. None of this federal fluff. Balsillie doesn't mention her, but his gripes line up with what she's been yelling about. Ottawa's choked us with rules, carbon taxes, and bad deals. Back in the day, we had BlackBerry pumping out tech, Syncrude pulling oil, and real grit, but years of Trudeau-style pandering, caving to the left, ignoring the heartland, left us exposed. I remember 2008 oil at $140 a barrel, and we were kings. Now, we're scraping by while the feds lecture us on climate. Trump's tariffs are just the latest boot on our neck. Balsillie's saying we tied our own hands first. So that's how we got here, folks. Canada had the goods, tech like BlackBerry, oil under our feet, farms feeding the world, but we blew it. Weak leaders, no IP guts, and boneheaded moves. Like Keystone, Alberta's been the engine, and they've let it rust. By the time Trump rolled in with his America First game in January 2025, we were already half sunk. It's a hell of a wake-up call. And Balsillie's ringing the bell loud. That's it for today. We've laid out the past, Canada's fumbles, Alberta's fight. Next time, I'll hit what's happening right now. Trump's tariff slamming us, Mark Carney playing PM, and where we stand on March 20th, 2025. It's rough out there, so don't miss it. Catch you next episode.